Do you think that typing out every number from 1 to 1 million in words is a complete waste of time? Or is it actually one of the smartest things we could possibly do? My name is Damien Madden, and these are my videos about how I'm redesigning my life, how I'm going from the life that I was living to the life that I always wanted to live. And it's through asking these questions and investigating these stories that we're able to see something different in our own lives, to learn from these lessons, and hopefully create something new, something that's worthwhile for us, that makes us present and that makes us proud. This is Les Stewart. He's an Australian man and he's in the Guinness Book of Records for the fastest person to type from 1 to 1 million in words on a manual typewriter. It took him 16 years. He started in 1982 and he finished in 1998. And most people, when they hear this, think that it was an incredible waste of time. Why would you bother doing this? It seems bizarre. What a bizarre hobby to have. It makes no sense on the surface. But, as I've said in my other videos, that's only if we're looking, not if we see. Not if we stop and try and really see what he was doing and what lesson it could have for us. Because when you think about how today's world is, we love everything to be fast. We want it yesterday. We idolize speed. We think everything's got to be fit, quick, quick, quick. So something like this, and having the bravery to do something like this in today's day and age, is amazing. How often do we actively slow down? Because that's what this is about. This is about becoming present. And we seem opposed to become present today. And that's because we think presence is hard work. We think presence requires a lot of commitment, but it doesn't. When I talk to people today, most people say they want to slow down. They want to connect more. And yet when I look at what they're doing, I see the complete opposite. They're driven, they're moving faster, they're pushing themselves harder than they really should. But that's the way that society is today. We're conditioned to thinking that that's okay. And that's meant that presence is harder than ever. It's harder than it's ever been before to be present. And we've also reframed what presence means. We have this view of presence as being some sort of mindful state, meditative, almost Zen. But it's not. It's practical. It's hard, yes. It's demanding, hell yes. But it's a practical state. It's about being here, in the moment, now, fully. It doesn't matter about the outcome. And that's why this project, what Les Stewart did, is so incredible. Who cares when he finishes it? It's about each number, one after the other, being in the moment, now. That's what matters. And that's what presence is. It's not rushing to escape, not rushing to do the next thing, which is how we always think about our lives today. Being busy, as I've said before. We need to slow down because we're already fighting a losing battle. The modern world is designed to break our attention, break our focus, break our presence. So it takes a great deal of effort to become present. And because of that, because it takes a lot of effort, we often don't try. We don't make the effort because it takes a lot of effort. And that's silly. We try and become fit, we try and become healthy, we'll run even if it's hard. But this is arguably an even more important physical trait that we need to start training. So my challenge for you this week is to set yourself a task with no aim, no goal other than being present in the moment. Think of something where you put distractions aside and it's just about being there. You could be playing with a child. You could be browsing a gallery, looking at a book, going for a walk, just try and find something where you're present. Because if you're always focused on progress, if you're always focused on moving forward, if you're always focused on the achievement and not the task, that old cliche, it's the journey that matters, not the destination. So focus on the journey this week. Focus on being present, giving yourself that permission that you deserve to be present, just like Les did. Now, you don't have to go and type 1,000,000 words out. Just try and think about little things that you can do. Maybe you can put the phone away. Maybe you can slow down before you respond to a question or respond to someone's comment. Really feel your answer before you say it. Notice something new. Think about something that you haven't been before, somewhere you'd always wanted to go. Go there. Feel something different. And at the end of each day, over the next week or so, end each day with what I call a presence check-in. Really connect. Think about your day. Give yourself a bit of a score. Think about when you were present. When did you feel most like yourself? And if it was challenging, and if you did separate, why? Start to think about those things and then use them the next day to help yourself become more present. And soon, stop the scoring altogether, because remember, this isn't about outcomes. It's about process and being in the moment. But once you've started to get into that habit of becoming present and you've learned from your mistakes, you can start to pattern these new behaviors that can hopefully help you to change your life. Because presence is one of the key tools that we need today more than ever before. Because presence is our ability to connect with our loved ones, to connect with the world around us, and to connect with ourselves. And if we can't do that, then what can we do? So remind yourself about what presence really means. It means being here, for no goal, no reason, just here. You're alive today. You're looking at this video. So I want you to slow down and really harness that energy. Just know it's okay to stop and to be yourself. Just be present in the moment. If you get into this habit and make it part of your life, I promise you that it'll make this whole redesign process far easier. So take a little lesson from Les this week. Do something that makes you really be present and focus on nothing but that. And I promise you, it will help change your life. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your comments and your feedback so far. Like and subscribe down below, and I'll hopefully talk to you again soon.